Hey guys, so today we're finally going to do the review. I know many of you have waited very long for this. This is finally, we're going to do the review on these M1903A4 by G&G, otherwise known as the Springfield. Now, I am not a Springfield expert, I'm just kind of getting used to this type of rifle. So if there's anything that stands out or looks wrong, if I say something wrong, just correct me in the comments. I really appreciate that. I've had this for almost a year now. I got it from Airsoft Megastore for a little over $650. Haven't done a thing to it except put a sling on it and put the scope on. Haven't fired it, so it's still virtually brand new. So, short and sweet. There's no plastic on this gun like most of my other guns in the collection. So I'll go over the metal parts. Trigger guard, trigger, your receiver, scope, is a 2.5 magnification, your bolt assembly, this little thing right here, which is actually a decocker. Many people don't know this, so if you have that chambered, you can actually pull this back and I'll bring the trigger forward. I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but oh, oops. You can cock it from here, and you can also decock it. There's a way you can do it. So you just pull this back and pull the trigger back simultaneously, and there you go. You've decocked the Springfield. The barrel, of course, outer barrel is made of metal. I still got to get rid of this orange tip. I believe they're made of stamped steel on the real one, so they've replicated that well on this Airsoft replica. The bayonet lug, of course, all the barrel bands, swivel stack, sling mounts are all metal. The whole stock and handguard are made of wood. Don't quote me on it, but I believe it's birch wood. But don't quote me on that. It kind of feels like it. And the sling does not come with the gun. I purchased this separately. This is actually from my old G&G M1 Grand. I don't have that anymore. I sold it to a friend. I kept the sling though. This is also made by G&G, and it's actually fairly good quality. I got it from Swift Airsoft months ago, and it's held up very well since. And I think it really looks sweet on this rifle. The scope, I don't know if you can see it, it's a 2.5 magnification, small crosshair. The magazine actually is held in here. They give you 2 magazines with the gun, so you pull the bolt back, and here's your magazine. It holds 9 rounds. That's right, you heard me correctly, 9 rounds. .3s are recommended with this. They give you 1 green gas and 1 CO2. This one happens to be CO2, I believe. Yep. The green gas mag is buried somewhere there, so insert like that, and the rifle's ready to go. To release it, there's this little button you push right there. Just make sure I get on low light. There you go. Just in front of the trigger, you push this. I actually got the bolt open. And the mag will come out. I actually had one of these before, a 1903A3. Wish I kept it, but I had to sell it at the time. It's good to have the 03A4. I would like to get the 03A3, like another one like it by G&G. I have the S&T one, as you've seen, but the one I got at least is a lemon, so I'm just gonna use it as a impression piece slash fool around kind of gun. It doesn't work, it doesn't fire. I've had a series of malfunctions happen after I got the S&T, so it's deemed useless in terms of an airsoft gun. So my plans for this one, I don't plan to really use it a whole lot for airsoft, mainly because of the magazine capacity and how much it is a pain in the butt to load it. And also I spend a lot on it, so yeah, mainly the reason I don't want to use it too much is because of the magazine capacity. I mean, it's perfect as a far range weapon, but that's just about where it ends. But for an impression piece, mostly that's why I got this, because I want to do an 82nd Airborne Marksman Impression in Sicily. And I've done research, talked to a lot of the reenactors, and they actually did have marksmen use these rifles. They even used 1903A3s as grenadiers type weapons, which I found to be really cool. Back to stranger than fiction, isn't it? So, what is a marksman, you might ask? Well, it's similar to a sniper, but you serve with a squad or a platoon, like in Saving Private Ryan with Jackson. That's hence the name designated marksman. So you're one designated person serving with a platoon or a small unit, and you're providing, you know, accurate shots far out to where no one else can see them. Whereas a sniper, you serve as a two-man team or solo. The Marine Corps was one of the, back in World War II, was the only ones I know, at least, of the Americans that actually had an actual sniper rifle and an actual sniper. So you often get the terms mixed up when you hear about sniper rifle, and this might look like it, but it's actually a marksman rifle in correct nomenclature. So all those years you heard about Private Jackson being a sniper, he's actually a marksman. You can look up the definition for yourself. So I just want to clarify that between, you know, because everyone thinks that this is a sniper rifle when in actual fact it's a marksman rifle, or what we know today is a DMR. So the DMRs of today, I don't want to bore you too much or get too much into details, like the M1941 is now a DMR, the M14 is a DMR. That's more recent examples. So that's pretty much been my review of the M1903A4 by G&G. There's one other thing I should let everybody else know about. This may inhibit you from using it too much in airsoft. Be very careful when you cycle the bolt. If you come back too fast and your hand's right here, it's happened to me, you'll get some serious bite from the bolt. This thing will chew your hand up if you're not very careful. Again, don't let it hinder you from using it in airsoft. You're more than welcome to. You have the liberty to take this out in airsofting all you want, especially it being a very expensive rifle. I just want you to be wary of that. If you ever happen to pick this up and take it out, and you want to get, you know, as much shots off and all like that as possible, just be aware of this area right here. It can really take some skin off. It's done that to me. Both my 03A4 and my 03A3 have done that. Yep, so that covers that rifle, and stay tuned for more videos in the future.